So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning market report. We got a little mix going on here, some blue and green, but we do have Bitcoin dominance continuing to pump up. Bitcoin breaking a critical level, but is right now the time to buy. We're going to be taking a look at that and talking about why it may not be, and what I'm looking for to buy. So, we're going to be looking at that, guys. We're also looking at import-export data today that just came in. What does that mean for the markets? And then I got some great headlines and articles to discuss with you guys right here this morning on the Morning Market Report. Let's get it, guys. Class is in session. So, good morning, everyone. You guys know what today is, right? You guys know what today is? It's besides hump day, it's also me doing this right here. Bam, look, right there, chat. I am a solo showrunner again today, so shout out to everybody that's joining us right now in the chat. We got Buck in here. We got Alex O Crypto, my man. Alex O joining in. I appreciate you being here, Alex O Crypto. Jay Violet's in the house. We got Alexander G, best mod in the business. The Dusty Hunt saying no, it's not time to buy. Ninja Glock's in here. Harp, BC Port Corp, Museum of Corruption is in the house. Melissa's in here with us. And I appreciate all of you that are joining right now into the chat, joining the channel. Let's go ahead and let's jump over and let's talk about this market open and everything and the import-export data first. So let's go over there and talk about that. Let's go. News. There we go. And let's bring this over here. Guys, don't let me not show you guys charts today. I'm just saying, you know how that goes. Look in here, guys, at the cryptocurrency market cap here. We are currently sitting at 2.33. Let's give this a refresh. This might even be a little off. Yep. $2.33 trillion, up 1.75. So a lot more money going into crypto. Now, keep in mind, I just showed you there was a lot of red on the daily. It's going into Bitcoin, guys. That's where it's really going right now. Bitcoin currently sitting at $67,835. It did break 68K this morning on the early morning hours. And so Ethereum sitting at about 26.29. Down on the hourly, Bitcoin up though 2.7%. Ethereum up 0.8. Let's go. BNB is in here. It's down about 0.14% on the hourly, up about 8.9, sitting at 597, about $600, just under that. Solana's at $155 right now, up 1.21% on the daily. XRP is green on the green across the board at 54 cents. So there you go. Who knew? Who knew XRP had a Doge just sitting there at 12.6 cents? That rounds out the top 10 right there with Tron and Ton. That is both down on the hourly, but one's up 0.7% for Tron and up 1.34% for Toncoin, coming in $5.29 on Toncoin. That's not a bad price on Ton. ADA, let's see here. Any big movers on the markets here? Let's take a look. Taking a look here. Litecoin, it's up 5.5% on the daily. I think someone was talking about Litecoin recently in our chat. So Darren does things. Welcome, bro. It's okay. It's okay. You can be late today. I'm by myself, so like my whole team is late today. It's okay. You can be late too. Ethereum Classic coming in 2.2% up. That's interesting, outperforming Ethereum right now. So let's take a look at the crypto bubbles here on the market cap daily, guys. You can see Bitcoin's up 2.5% there. Solana, BNB, nothing really competing with it except for Doge. Let's go and check out the daily here. We do have a lot of red. Hex up 22.6%. That's your biggest earner for the day. Popcat dropping down 8.2% there. Let's jump into the economic calendar. Let's talk about import and export. Pipo Solo chat. This should be the most epic troll of all time. Thanks. Appreciate it. So looking here at the import export, guys, we did have a revision. So, hey, guess what? It got revised to be worse than what it really was. Shocker, right? From the federal government. Down 0.9% last time. This was sitting like almost at zero. Consensus was that it'd be down 0.4%. Forecast to be down 0.42%. Came in minus 7%. Minus 0.7%. Import prices came in at minus 0.4%, right in line with consensus, but worse than the forecast. So what does this mean? This means that import and export prices did not make as much money as what they thought it would. And why is that? Guys, it's coming from oil. Oil prices on the import is making it nowhere near as what it should be for what's coming in, because it's keeping it suppressed. It's erasing the inflation when you look at the total import prices. So I have an article. We're going to talk about this some more tomorrow, though, guys. This is the big one we're going to watch. Import export price is great. The balance of trade is really all that is. Retail sales tomorrow, though, 0.1% previously, coming in at 0.3, 0.2 on a consensus versus forecast. That's going to be the one to watch, because that is a pillar of the economy. So we're going to be looking at that one closely when it comes in. Let's jump over here and let's check out the CME. Let's see how they're looking right now. It looks like definitively at this point getting a 25 basis point rate cut. That is a 96.3% chance of that. We are sitting at a 3.7% chance only of no change. That means a pause. We won't raise, we won't drop them. So look at the bookmarks here. Guys, I want to show you this. This is the Bitcoin greed. So we looked at this one over here. This is the total crypto market. It's at 58. It's neutral. But look over here, 73 greed. Bitcoin is absolutely getting the greedy indications going on there. Was there anything else in here that I wanted to talk about right now? No, I don't think there is. I think we will come back and we will do this. If you guys didn't check out Billy Goat Tales last night, it was a really good episode. So yep, serious delinquencies on loans. Yeah, let's get rid of all those. We're going to come back and talk about this one from Meet Kevin. It's a good post there. Looking at the liquidations, guys, past 24 hours, we had 79,196 traders liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $280.8 million. Largest single liquidation was on Ethereum, valued at $6.55 million on a single trade. Let's jump into Seeking Alpha guides, see what they're saying today for the strong buys and sells. Looks like here we've got, let me bring this a little smaller. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Looks like a strong buy on NVIDIA coming in right now, guys, according to analysis on Hot Theme Analysis on Seeking Alpha. Palantir is a sell. Cryptocurrency, looking at Cores is what this is. That is that's Core Scientific. It's one of the mining companies. They have that as a hold. Hive, which is another mining company, they have it as a buy. So there's your big cryptocurrencies, AI tech. Magnificent Seven, they're still saying sell Apple. Strong sell on Tesla right now. Anything else? Nope, that's pretty much it there. So buy on NVIDIA, a buy and hold on a couple of Bitcoin mining companies, and then of course, sells off of your Tesla and Apple. So let's jump in here and take a look at this. Why economic data is about to get ugly, and the three things that investors need to know. Okay. Economic data will appear alarming due to hurricane impacts. So I talked about this, that there is a chance that the data that comes in could be a little impacted and affected by the economy, by the hurricanes, and that could throw some wrenches in there. We need a TFH show with Piper. What is a TFH show? I don't know what you mean. Let me know in the chat, man. So that there could be some hurricane impact coming off of into the economy data, and that could play on us. So economic data will appear alarming due to hurricane impacts, but the economy is growing at 3% with strong corporate profit prospects and low recession risk. This has all kind of changed in the past 3 weeks. So inflation is on track to fall to 1.8% by May. The real wage growth outpacing pre-pandemic trends, and future inflation is expected to remain stable at 2.1% over the next 30 years. Market valuation is not as overvalued as feared. I actually have something for that. We're going to talk about that. Tinfoil hat. Got it. Thanks, BC. I actually am going to talk about, there actually is a standard deviation on the market that we're going to look at here, with potential for significant upside, up to 30 to 38% based on corporate profit. Guys, they're talking about the stock market up 30 to 38%. Keep that in mind. Stock market up 30% means crypto should be up substantially from there. So short-term market volatility is normal. Long-term investors should embrace corrections for potential high returns as fundamentals remain strong. The average 2-year return after a 10% correction is 35% to the upside. So 10% plus pullback, 35% to the upside, meaning long-term investors should embrace corrections as wonderful buying opportunities. That is what they're talking about there. And they're really just talking about we could see some economic data come out in the next month that they will blame at least. Here's some tinfoil hat stuff for you. It may not be because of the hurricane if the data that comes out in November after the election is bad, but they will absolutely blame it on the hurricane. You guys got that? Okay, cool. There's some tinfoil hat stuff for you. Let's talk about this. We talk about hard landing. We talk about soft landing. What about a no landing? It's a possibility, guys. So why a no landing scenario may take place after all. U.S. economy may not experience a soft landing after all. Soft landing occurs when economic growth slows just enough to bring down inflation below the Federal Reserve's 2% target for inflation without tipping the economy into a recession. Many on Wall Street expect this to be the case as the central bank starts to lower interest rates. Guys, the banks have been crushing it on earnings reports so far, just so you know. BNY Wealth's Alicia Levine has a more optimistic view. She thinks the economy is experiencing a no landing scenario as it continues to expand without slowing down. So far, clearly bank earnings are coming in better than expected, both top line and bottom line. Net interest income is better than expected. So that is a good sign for the economy. The other thing that is showing is that our call for a no landing is actually playing out. She was on Squawk Box on CNBC. Her remarks come after a slew of better than expected earnings results from Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Bank of America. Meanwhile, all reporting strong earnings this month. So the goal, Levine has a year-end S&P target of $5,900, or 5,900 points, I should say, pointed out to the pace of real gross domestic GDP for the third quarter, and it's looking very close, like 3%. So this would come after the U.S. economy expanded by 3% in the second quarter. That's a no landing. And the goal, and that's the goal. The goal is always get it above 2% on GDP, down to 2% on inflation. It's not just the bank earnings that point to solid economic growth. Overall, U.S. corporate profits are at record highs, and 60% of their level, about 60% higher than their level right before COVID-19, guys. So per that data, the firm likewise expects economic expansion to continue. So interesting data coming in off of this report. Strong U.S. corporate sector finance point to a healthy ongoing hiring. We'll see. I still think November we get some revisions on job numbers that are not going to be very appeasing to the investor market. So, but we'll see. They're saying that they think that we could be heading for a no landing, and that means we continue on. We're just soaring right above the ground. Economy's good. Don't even have to land. We got plenty of fuel. Keep burning it up. We'll have to see on that one. And then lastly, guys, this is the problematic one. This is the one that makes me go, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put my 2 cents in it. Investor sentiment started to enter into frothy territory with so much going well for the stock market. We just talked about a no landing. What if we keep going on this market run up? Eventually, people are going to, it's going to be so high that people are going to start pulling profits massively. And we'll see what kind of situation sets that into play. Both retail and professional investors have become more bullish in recent weeks. Allocations to stocks are rising. Allocations to bonds are declining. You can't blame them for getting excited. There's a good reason for exuberance. The soft landing remains the dominant investing paradigm. The Fed is cutting rates into soft landing, very unusual. Corporate America has become the largest buyer of U.S. stocks. Stocks are entering the seasonally strongest period of the year, and hopes for political gridlock and or a Trump win are boosting some sectors. Well, if you guys don't know what a political gridlock is, that is where you have your situation where the House, the Senate, and the presidency are not aligned in the same party. They get a gridlock going on where they can't really ever get anything passed. And so, therefore, a gridlocked uh, multi-branch government can't change anything. It makes it good for investors. They don't have to worry about stupid regulations or stupid laws or stupid decisions that impact the markets playing out because they can't get along enough to do it. So that's called a political gridlock and or a Trump win, boosting some of the sectors. So soft landing remains a dominant paradigm. The October Bank of America Global Fund Manager Survey, it's a monthly survey of global fund managers, was about as optimistic as you can get. 90% expect a soft landing or no landing at all. But there's the percentages on Bank of America: 76%, 14% for no landing. Biggest tell risk for investors: geopolitical conflict. So that means Iran, Israel, all that good stuff, right? Global inflation accelerates. We could see our inflation not really that bad, but global inflation, because of supply lines, because of conflict, because of weather patterns, whatever, could cause global inflation to go up, and that would increase the cost of goods for the U.S. So there is that still in play. And then U.S. recession, guys, the biggest tail risk for investors, 19%. That was 40%. So I'm not the only one flipping. A lot of people are flipping. Could be dodging right past that until we get in closer into the elections and see who actually wins. And then, of course, that'll come out and that'll play out that way. So, but what's the point of all of this? The point is that I was raised in a middle class family. No, I'm joking. Shout out to you, Dusty Hunt. I see you there, bro. The Fed is cutting rates going into a soft landing. This Fed usually cuts rates when the economy is weakening, but they're doing it into a soft landing. So you got that there. Buybacks, that's a huge one. Corporations buying back their stocks. We've seen more buybacks this year than at any other time. Excuse me. Whew, sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Through October 4th, Goldman estimates $988 billion in announced buybacks were made so far in 2021. That's up 21% from 2023. It's a record year. So, entering the strongest season, this is typically when stocks do their best, is that September, October. We haven't really seen any weakening going on from that. And we're going into the October, November, December. So, in election years, the seasonal November rise tends to be delayed until after the elections. Keep that in mind. And then we've got the election volatility. We've got the elections coming up and then things to worry about. Let's go over here and let's talk about the X, and then we'll get into the chart because I know it's like 751, but I want to show you guys this. This is the Buffett indicator. Just sneeze in my ear next time. You got it. I got you, BC Port Corp. Um, Buffett indicator, U.S. stock market value to the GDP. So this is the total market, stock market valuation versus our GDP, the economy valuation of the U.S. And so you have standard deviations. Here's your historical trend line. That's coming up there. That's that gray line right there. That's your standard deviation. We are currently higher than 2 standard deviations. I want you guys to see when we have hit levels like that, what has ended up happening to the markets. Go back to 1970, late 60s. What happened in the 70s? We had a major inflation and recession. Go forward to the 2000 window. What happened then when we hit a +2 standard deviation? We went into another recession there, and down it goes. 2020, we hit that. What happened? We had a pullback, and right now, guys, we could see another pullback. Now, keep in mind that market value can pull back because of either the market value of the stock starts to pull back or because the GDP increases. So that can have an effect that does not necessarily mean that the stock market's crashing. It can just mean that the GDP is also gaining in value. So, which I doubt that's going to happen. And that is what I wanted to show you there. There is some cause for concern. When you look at the standard deviations, they were talking about it's not really that oversold. It's absolutely really overbought. I mean, it absolutely is really overbought. Are we going nuclear? Still very bullish on TeraWulf, nuclear Bitcoin mining. I just saw a thing earlier today where Amazon Web Services is actually Amazon Web Services is actually getting into something with nuclear. I don't remember what it was. I'll have to look and see if I can find it. I'll drop it in the Discord for you guys. But it was quite interesting. I was like, looks like we are going nuclear. Frenchie, do your push-ups. We reported for duty. Welcome, Frenchie. Good to see you here. Kyle Fields in the house. Let's see who else got in here. Don't forget to click that like button. Yes, please click that like button. Did I click that like button? I did not click that like button. I am sorry. I clicked my own like button. Kicking the can down the road, same tired road. Yes, lasers, true. That is a very true statement. Okay, cool. We'll caught up on chat. Dominion. Let's go and let's check out the Bitcoin chart, guys, and let's see how that is looking. Because I think I got through all the news that was fit to be news. Thanks for joining the news section today. Let's get into Bitcoin and take a look at this. I want to talk about this chart. Welcome to the charts. Let's talk about this chart right here, guys. Shout out to the Rect Capital. That is who has this chart on X. And I put it up to look at it. It's pretty interesting what he has going on here with this. He is saying that you've got your buy zones and your no buy zones. And when you put this on here, I have to agree. This is a no buy zone, guys. You can see the red area is where we break our trend, but we do tend to pull back fairly quickly into here with wicks. And what happened as soon as we touched the top of it here this morning? We got another pullback happening. This is the FOMO zone. People are FOMOing in this area right here. Let me I got this up. Oh, bam, there we go. This is the FOMO zone. This is where your mom and everybody else is trying to buy in, and then they're getting wrecked because it's pulling right back in. This is your buy zone. Now, what would it take for me to buy here? It would take for us to break this and do a continuation up. I would be more comfortable buying a little bit higher from here than I would to buy now and then watch it pull back into the zone. Guys, a pullback into the buy zone is like a 16, 17% move, as much as 23% move. You're talking a huge difference in the amount of Bitcoin that you're buying when you look at the FOMO zone versus the buy zone. Even at the top of it, it's a good percentage. So I am going to be watching for a push out of this range, out of the FOMO zone, to get into other proven support. Where would that be at? Let's go ahead and throw some other indicators on here for you, and we'll talk about that. Let's go to there, key overlays. Guys, we are above the 786. Really, all I need to see is price to come up, hold in the 786, and make it out of the FOMO zone as it is going up to the 887. Once I get there, anything in the platinum pocket is a good area for me to buy. Why? Because it's still under the all-time high. And if we are breaking that, then we're absolutely moving on. I would even be okay with waiting for the 73,887 to get in, because if we are setting a new high and we are set to run two parabolic runs, that's at least doubling my money buying there. So looking at that from the Bitcoin perspective, absolutely okay. If I'm into that, make the money, throw it in some alts, some other side money into alts. Obviously smaller amounts than what I have in portfolio exposure to Bitcoin. And then those make even more money. So yeah, that's what I'm watching there, guys, is the platinum pocket. How do we play in the platinum pocket here? That is the 786 at 67,000 up to 73.8. That is the 887. And then how we do on this FOMO zone. If we do get our rejection and we come back down here to the gold pocket, I'm probably going to pick up quite a bit down here on this final push, if that happens. If not, then I will wait until we get our moves out of this platinum pocket and get some pickup there. Looking at this on the daily, guys, I do think that it is possible that we do get up to the 887. Here's why. We do have the Oscillator Pro ribbon in the green. The True 7 is coming up, and it can run all the way up to here. We're currently right there. That is that little green line right there. Let me show you guys what has happened in the past with this thing when price has been moving from the lower side. So here is the True 7 on the bottom. Oh, can I get a drawing tool? Thanks. Here's the True 7 right here on the bottom. That's that bright pink horizontal line. And it comes up. It runs all the way to the top. Guys, look at the price action that happened in that period. It is from here to here. Let's do a measurement on that. That price action was a move of about 27%. So 27% move from where we currently, where we had the bottom peak here. Let's go check that out and see. Let's measure that. Let's go. Okay, so we did hit the 20% on that one again. We came down. We didn't quite ping the True 7 clipping, but we did hit right there. There's the pink and there's the pink. So looking at those guys, I do think that we've got the True 7 coming up, the oscillator ribbon coming up. You can see here that the volume is coming up and money flow is about to flip up also. I'm looking at the daily. I think that we do get a higher move here on Bitcoin. I just don't want to buy in the FOMO zone. That's not recommended. Not recommended for your portfolio, not financial advice. That's what I'm seeing there, guys. Let's go over and check out the chat, see what you got in there, guys, and then we'll come back and we'll look at Bitcoin dominance, and then I want to talk about some Ethereum setup. So let's see here. It looks like a very big bull flag. Yeah, at some point, though, you have to go, is this really a bull flag, or did we just go into a consolidation channel? And I do think it's more of a consolidation channel, so. That is no fun, Piper. At least have a run at it on a small time frame with small money. Maybe. Oh, I didn't say I wasn't trading. I said I'm not buying at that area there, bro. There's a big difference there. Let's go take a look at Ethereum. Actually, Bitcoin dominance, and then let's go back and take a look at Ethereum. May run it a little bit short today, but yeah, that's what I would like to do. Let me let's jump over here. Welcome, Average Crypto Joe. I appreciate you being here, man. Let's go into the chart. Let's check out this and let's look at the Bitcoin. Guys, Bitcoin dominance is continuing to push up. It's about to hit 59% right now, moving it to the upside there. And yeah, it's looking pretty steep. 58.8% right now is what we're at. So let's go and check out. Yeah, this was the range that I was watching down here back in the day. Guys, if Bitcoin dominance continues up, I really do think that we're going to see this thing pump up into the 60% range. That would be right here in the golden pocket. Once it gets to there, then we got to start watching the altcoins. That's just my opinion. So let's go check out Ethereum, and then we'll look at a couple of other things. MicroStrategy down today. Yeah, MicroStrategy is taking a hard hit today, guys. That means MSTX is also. NVIDIA, though, guys, the one that just said strong buy, it is down a little bit today, but up overall from yesterday. So that's interesting. Let's go check out Ethereum here because we talked about this yesterday. I want to take a look and see what levels we're watching here. Let's get rid of all that. There we go. Perfect. So taking a look at Ethereum here, loading it in. Guys, we did get our bounce right there on that point of control. That point of control is going back here. I'm looking at the daily chart. The point of control is going back to about November, December of last year, end of November, beginning of December. If we take a look at what we have here on the point of control moving up, it is the 382 that we're having all these issues on at $2,700. I am going to pull this to a 4 hour. Let's see how this looks and look at the oscillators with this. And then we should be able to get into an idea of what we're looking at. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, oscillator. Appreciate it. Welcome. Look at here, guys. We do have the 382. That is at $2,700. I think if we pull back down, I'm watching this 2471 range. That is this little area back here for this volume node. So I think if we pull back, watch that 2470 range. And if we get a bounce there, then that could be because we haven't come all the way back to the point of control. We have more momentum to break up. But I'm still watching for our trend line here, guys. That trend line currently coming in at about $3,000. It's going to be a key rejection area, in my opinion, on Ethereum once we hit it. So let's go over here and let's talk. Doge running. Is Doge running? Let's go check out Doge. We can do that. We can do that. Where is Doge? Doge, sir, where are you? I don't know if you guys can hear my dog out there. She's barking loud. She's screaming. She's screaming. What? Okay, I'll just pull it up by typing.
Not at all.
Oh, C, what are you doing here?
I'm being conscious, buddy. I made it not on time, late, but
Guys,
but yeah, I thought that
the
maybe I could
OC guy is
communicate.
here and he snuck in on me. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I worked till late. I mean, I think I'm getting old because yesterday I just went up like 2 in the morning, talking with 30, solving a couple of things right here on the support side. And today, I mean, I did not hear my alert. In fact, I just woke up and was, dude, what time is it? And it was just basically time of the show. So I run to the office, and here I am. But other than that,
I was holding it down, bro. I was
nothing
holding it
to
down. We
say.
were working it. We were working it. Let's go ahead, OC. Do you have your chart up? Have you looked at the charts today? Are you aware of what the hell's going on in the market, OC?
Oh, yes. Yesterday I gave a Dodge call. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it run pretty good. I mean, look at that movement. This is a 4 hour time frame. Oh man, I was giving you on the 50 minutes. I was, this is such a mess. Let's go to the 50-minute here. And this was my call right here. It's a little bit of messy here. It did not play out exactly as I was expecting, but played out very, very nicely. I was looking at Dodge, wanted to break out, especially, and let me just do a quick replay to see what I was seeing back at yesterday. We had this very nice pattern. This is a pattern that I learned to trade 2 cycles ago, especially on Bitcoin run up, right? So when I looked at this, I was, man, this takes me back. This usually means I'm going to be breaking up, right? But if when I start throwing out my liquidity here, yes, my most close liquidity was up here. There we go, was up here. And the farther, I mean, the liquidity was down here. So, but still, I mean, when I start turning everything on, we'll see that most of the confluence was, in fact, all the way down here. So a loud order block usually is magnetic, but this pattern usually breaks to the upside. So what do you do, right? Well, then you plan for both cases scenarios. So I laid out where liquidity was, what was the most likely scenario, and then I mentioned my entry point will be defined by the flip of the ribbon at the zero line. So remember, I was looking, this is my first possible entry or at the bottom, but it needs to be along a price action at support. So what happened? I was expecting for my best case scenario, this entry right here or a breakout retest. Look at where that retest is at, right? So let's just play it forward or let's just cancel this. Perfect. And it seems like we broke out. There we go. We have a clean breakout. We have the retest right at the line I was expecting. And that was your entry, right? Just like we were expecting, it broke up, retest, did not went all the way back down. But remember, that's why we set up alerts, right? So we know which one is playing out. So your entry was, there we go, at your long. I enter right here at the secondary candle close once I already have confirmed it bounce, and then I took my profits right here at this ticker right there. That was my entry. I was expecting at least a 3% or a 3.8% move. It actually played out much better. So let's just measure that very quickly. So for me, that was somewhere around, there we go, a 4.9, a 5%. I was doing 10x maximum. Where did I place that? Oh, it was on Discord. So that was for me somewhere like around a 40, 50% gain. So hopefully you guys did jump on Dogecoin. Played out very nicely. And yeah, if you feel like you're missing this, it's because you're not watching the Piper Academy Discord. Go ahead and see it. I usually post at the end of the day. For me, once I have time to visit things and look at things, that's when I start posting a couple of entries. So other than that, turning it back to you, Piper.
OC, I don't know if you saw or not, but the crypto nightcap, they're making moves on us. They are trying to give away $100 for people that sign up for Blowfin in a certain time period. If you join, I have to look and see exactly what they're doing. But we need to come up with something to compete with the crypto nightcap. So we might have to do a $100 giveaway also here on our show because they're going to do it on the
Absolutely.
nightcap on Halloween. So we're going to look at that today, and we might have to do one for the morning market report to compete with the crypto nightcap. I think they're trying to buy
You know
their
what?
views. They're trying to buy their views is what they're trying to do because they want to be the number one show, but they can't keep up with the morning market report. So
Absolutely. I would say that we should be doing better. Let's do a $101 giveaway. So we are
$101. I like it. $101 given away on October 31st on Halloween Day here on the morning market report. So there you go, guys. So I want to show something on the chart that I'm watching right now that just happened, OC. I was just talking about this with you guys that what I wanted to see was a retest of the 786. Guys, it just happened. We dumped down. Look at it. Look at it. It's going green right now. We did a perfect retest on there, and now we are coming up. This is what I want to see, and it looks like it's going to play out that way. You can see now on the 4 hour, we have started to turn another green ribbon here, and the True 7 coming back up. I was telling you guys on this daily, when we do this top-down review, we do have this nice volume that's coming in, pointing to the upside, and money flow pushing back up. So I do think that we're going to get that retest that we just got off that 6.7. I think it's going to head to the 8.87, guys. Keep in mind, for my break of the trend that I talked about, it is us breaking above a candle close at 68,250. That is going to be a break. We have to close a candle above this because that would create a higher high. We got a higher, you got a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This technically now has already done step one. Step two would be there, and that would be because if you take a look at this can be a upward movement, but overall we're still in this trend downward, right? At this point now, if this candle here closes where it's at, we are in step one, step two, breaking 68,250. We do that, guys, we've broken the trend of lower highs, lower lows, and we are heading for even more upside. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on that I'm going to be peeping it all day. So Buck said, "Get horny, baby." That's what he said.
Get low when the whistle go.
I have to be careful with that one. Evidently, it is just a fraction over 7 seconds, and it will demonetize me. So interesting on that. I had a video I played the full thing on, and they said, "Yeah, we can't give you the money on that one." Oh well. OC, you got any altcoins you want to show real fast? If not, we can wrap it up a little early today, guys. I think you guys got the point. Look, we're in the FOMO zone. Wait till we get confirmation of those higher levels and buy there. But I'm sure the OC has got some alt plays for you. Do you want to show some alt plays?
Absolutely. So a little bit of a treat here. It hasn't played out just yet. We've seen a breakout retest on the 15 minutes on the TRX. Just
Hey,
so
turn off
you
your
can see,
background.
guys, this is, yep. Oh, yes, you're right. Oh my God. What am I doing with my life here? So let's just turn it off. There we go. Now I'm transparent. So you can take a look at. I was expecting that retrace right here at this area. If you don't know, this is inside of the Piper Academy. You can find our trades right here on the trade calls, and this is what I gave the Dodge coin here, and also specified entry points in here after breakouts. So this one is the one that played out, and then also looking for that head and shoulders played out here. So seems like we are right now bouncing out of that trend line. So we are on, we actually made it through. So basically we took this one and then we're going back down for this other one. As long as we can make it back above, our next long will be activated. So make sure you take a look at what we're posting throughout this classes and also throughout the Discord. Something very quick that I'm looking at on TRX, it is its channel. So as long as we don't lose this channel at this point, somewhere around the $15.91 area right here. We're still good. We're still pushing, but also make sure that you understand that right here on the consolidation score, we are at the end of that consolidation. What is that consolidation? This little channel here. So we should be breaking it. Where? This is so far unknown. All right. But also remember that since I will be sending alerts from this channel, I will be notified. If I move downwards, well, then it's going to be notified. My entry is going to be at the retest, and if we go for a short, and if I hit the top, well, then most likely I'm also going to be breaking to the upside retest, and off we go. So I think that this is a very special zone. It is, as Piper mentioned, the FOMO zone, but also those movements are being FOMO driven. So take what the market gives you. Do not over leverage yourself. Be patient and be responsible with your money, because at this point is where everybody start taking some profits. We all start retracing, and yes, are we giving some last minute calls or last run up calls? Or yeah, absolutely, because we can see maybe that little opportunity to maximize our profits, but we need to acknowledge this is a danger zone. Will Robinson. So other than that, let me throw it back to you, Piper.
Will Robinson.
Nice. Let's jump over here. I want to take a look at this and show this to you guys. We talked about this earlier back on the beginning of October, really. So about 10 days ago, I talked about the capitulation. I said that it was settling out and it had ended. Guys, we just got the buy indicator also here today on this current candle today. Matter of fact, if I go to the daily, you'll see it's literally right there on today's candle. We now have a buy indicator on the hash rate ribbon. So this is out of capitulation. It is now back into another move to the upside. This means that the miners are now back into a profit making, and we do have the buy indication. Looking at this on the 3-day, though, I do want to point out we do have the Gaussian channel top coming in at about 68,368. Where is that at? That's about $100 off from that level that I just talked about that we need to break in order to make a new higher high. On the time frame. So on the higher time frame, the new higher high needs to be printed about that level. That is also like I just showed you, the Gaussian channels. So let's jump over here, OC. Let's talk it out. We talked about a lot of data today. We talked about the stock market no landing, a no landing economy, not a soft landing, not a hard landing. There's now economists saying that we might just go into a no landing where we just continue soaring on until further notice, because we are starting to see a lot of data align into strength of the economy, we'll call it, or at least no weakening of the economy, which means situation normal, all effed up, snafu, drive on, let's just keep pumping money into the stock market. So we did talk about that. I am seeing oil continuing to drop down. That's why, again, guys, if you guys missed the beginning, import exports were much lower than expected because the cost of gas, the cost of oil is way down. Matter of fact, OC, you got your oil chart. Let's take a look at that, because oil is just continuing to drop. And that is the one thing that actually concerns me, because we have all this conflict in the Middle East, all this conflict in the Red Sea. That typically makes gas expensive, right? Because it's very dangerous for them to get through there, and that's the quickest route to get oil to the world. I am actually seeing that that we have the situation where oil should be up and it's going down. So let's take a look at oil before we go. I'll jump over to your chart.
Absolutely. Just a little quick tip before we move to the oil. This is the trade specifically that I give on TRX. So let's jump into the oil. By the way, guys, at the end of this show, I'm going to be moving my stop to entry and then letting it run all the way to 1607. Just in case you were wondering. Here we go. I do see an alarming setting here on oil. Man, this is a 15 minutes, so I think we should be looking at the 4-hour. Nonetheless, since we're on the 15 minutes, remember that I'm a big fan. I need that meme. I am a big fan of bull flags, right? But also, I need to understand that as I'm a big fan of bull flags, I also need to look for bear flags, right? So this is exactly what I'm looking at, and this is not looking pretty. Let's get to the 4-hour really quick in here, because man, despite this is some sort of common movement. When we start looking at daily or the 4-hour, I would say that it is not looking great. Why? Because we've been expecting oil to break out of its cage for a long time. As you can see, we have our entry zone right here between those two lines. And as I mentioned, it's not time to panic until, and I was talking about the 4 hour, until we break this last time, we bounce from it, and then we confirm our movement downward. As you can see, we save ourselves from that one, but we went into the entry channel. We took some profits here, and also we took some profits here with those ticks. At this point, we just got, and this is what I'm not liking, we just got a strong sell signal here, and we are below the zero line right down here. So man, I just see that maybe we're gonna have a big body candle here soon enough that is gonna be taking us back into this channel once again. As long as we don't lose the 70.061, I think we're okay. But this is not good. Remember last time that we saw oil plummeting, how it was Elon Musk was tweeting, we need to handle our prices of oil because dropping oil is fast and not having it recuperating, it is a signal of a recession. So once again, we're in the same pico. Hopefully we can motivate transportation, traveling, and move of goods between or intra countries to solvent this that will be impacting on all of us. So yeah, not looking that good for oil.
We had a request for Oklo just now from Mike Play. I want to take a look at that for him. If you OKLO to stock, can you pull that up?
Absolutely. Let's do okay. Oh, perfect. That's a stock. There we go. We got it here and a New York Stock Exchange. Let's take a look at that one. Let me know on the comments what is the time frame that you're looking at. But I'll start as always with in the 4 hour. In the meantime, I see your response. Oh, look at that, my friend. All right, are we on all-time highs? Not really. It's a short leaf, so this is gonna be some sort of a difficult analysis. Why? Because you just have kind of like a big wick down, big wick up. So let's do it. I will say it on the 12 hours. That will give me enough, or even the 4 hour. That will give me enough price chart action here. So let's get start trying to see where is our top, right? As you can see, since most of the money is being moved in here, we don't have either support resistances. But what we can do it is throw some pips in here, or also we can start throwing some predictive ranges. These predictive ranges, because of the way of the shape and volatility of this asset, they're gonna be spread it apart more in the center and then smashed together at the top. So right now we're getting to an important area of resistance here. I would not be jumping in at this point at all until we either break out, retest, and off we go. My entry being this retest after a multi-candle retest, or after I retrace and I start looking or finding this trend line for a healthy move up, right? So I know it's kind of like a little bit FOMOing seeing this moving here, but until I see any kind of retest, I will not be thinking on jumping in. And let me retract myself from this, from my last statement. My next possible entry could be at this area of support, or even at this other area of support, as I see once again a flip of the ribbon to the upside, like this one, right? Like this one, like this one, like this one. Any kind of flip of the ribbon adds support with the price action, add support, or add support. That combination is going to be my entry point at OKLO. I have no idea what OKLO is.
Mike Play said
Yeah.
that is Sam Altman's. That is the Sam Altman backed nuclear energy. So with all the nuclear plays going on right now, that's why it's moving like that. So that makes total sense. I got one chart I'm going to show before we go. I know I keep saying we're going to go, but we're going to go after this. I promise. Check this out. This is the Piper Sniper kit, guys, from Chart Prime, and the only way you can get this is either get TA Plus, or Chart Prime Plus, which is an additional on top of your Chart Prime, or you can just use my link and you'll get this automatically linked down below for Chart Prime, and you can get 45% off. But guys, what this kit does is it does two things. One, it gives you this kill box here, which is dynamic fibs. It's pulling the last 250 candles back on the daily. So you can see, I mean, if you take a look here, platinum pockets, right? We talk about those are reversal points. Golden pockets, those are reversal points. Guys, these are dynamic. You don't even have to go in and measure. It's just going to keep running these over and over and over, last 250 candles. And the sequencing still plays out beautifully. 3 times the coders have tried to do this. They could not get it done right. The newest attempt, they nailed it. And I was very happy. I said, okay, we'll launch my own indicator suite now. But you can see here the platinum pocket absolutely giving us those points of rejection or points of reversals to the upside. Right now, we're breaking on the 382 and we're heading up to the 1-to-1. We got above that finally. What I'm watching for here is this down here is the spotter, okay? And when you see a target lock and a target hold turn green, like we see on TRX right now, by the way, this is looking at the 12-hour chart for the target lock indication and target hold indication. It's something in the algo to both turn green on Bitcoin. That should be happening here soon. When this turns green and we have the double target lock going on and we are breaking up into new levels, guys, I'm going to go very heavy into more money into Bitcoin, which, by the way, probably going to be about that level that we talked about that I'm going to be watching for out of the FOMO zone confirmation of new highs being made. So that is what I'm waiting for right there is that. You can see that link is still in the red. It's saying that it's still set for a short. Let's go over there and take a look at link, and we'll see how that is looking just so you can get an idea of what this is reading. And watch, it's going to automatically do the fibs. Bam, there's the fibs. This is now pulling from a high to a low. So let's go in here, invert that. Let's see where we are. And there you go. We are still sitting down below. Our levels that we need to watch for are getting up to here. But you can see double sell off. We're still in this downward trend. Right now, we got Bitcoin with the target hold that's green. We're waiting on that target lock, and that is a upward movement. So guys, this thing, it will track 10 different indicators, 10 different assets at once. You can go down here and say, let me know when I have a bearish hold and a lock, a bullish hold and a lock. Then you can set your alerts, go over to that, hit an alert there. There we go. And then we're just going to add an alert. Watch this. We're going to go on Bitcoin, Piper Sniper Kit, any alert function. That's it. All I got to do is turn that on. Because I turned on those blocks down there, it's going to let me know when any of these meet the criteria. So I don't have to keep watching 10 charts. I can watch the spotter. It's going to give me an alert. Don't even need to turn it on. I can go out and touch grass. Look, I can do it right here. Here we go. I can touch grass, guys. Go touch some grass. I can, do that. And we can just sit there and let this thing watch for us. And when it fires off, go check out and see where we are in the kill box and get into my trade. So if you guys are interested in that, go check out my link down below. It is the Piper Sniper Kit. It's going to give you the dynamic fibs. It's going to give you the spotter watching 10 assets at once. And then you can go out and touch some grass too. So that is for my yard. My backyard's getting about 1,250 square feet of high quality premium turf put in because I'm tired of throwing water at dead grass in El Paso desert. So I'm being green. I'm getting a green yard, and I'm going to be green and waterless. So there you go, OC. That's what we got time for today, guys. I appreciate everyone watching and joining in today. But OC, thanks for jumping in with me finally. You were late, sir. We'll make sure that you get your push-ups in later after the show. So, and guys, everyone that joined us here in the chat, I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are the reason that I get up and do this every morning. OC, you got anything for the people on the way out, bro?
Absolutely. I see we have 70 viewers between YouTube and X. So guys, a quick reminder, come visit us at YouTube and also help us out with sharing because sharing is caring. And also a quick reminder that click that like button because if you do and you got smelly feet, well then maybe just courtesy of Piper Academy, you could have your square foot of grass sent to you just so you can touch some grass And
I won't have to.
clean them up.
I'll have water to wash my feet now because I'm not watering my grass. It's okay. Hey, by the way, guys, if you are watching on X right now, about 35, 38 people are watching on X right now. Guys, come over and join the YouTube. Subscribe over there. Hit that like button and help us grow the YouTube. We will continue to show some love to the X side, but I really would like you guys to come over to the YouTube side. It really helps the channel, and it supports all of the content creators that are over here as YouTube is monetized and X is not. So we would appreciate you guys support the 6 content creators we have over here that I try to, spread all the money out to. So I appreciate you all. OC, thanks for joining us here today. Alumni, thanks for joining us here today. And don't forget, check out Crypto Nightcap tonight. The guys that are trying to steal all of our numbers over there with their $100 giveaway. But we're going to give away 101, but still go check them out. We appreciate you guys being right here at the Academy today. You guys are going to trade today. Trade safe. And if you're going to, trade without a bunch of money to leverage yourself with dry powder, then please use a stop loss. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning right here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later, guys.
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, former Mexican spaghetti, yo. Crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Tar Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. Sound off.
To get rhythm, the ZTS rhythm. Rip it, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
That was awesome, dude.